Hey guys, welcome to Throng's new show where every week I'm going to be breaking down everything that's going on in the West family. My name's Kyle Wadsworth and this is Inside Westside.
It's 1974 and Ted West has just been released from Mount Eden prison, a good 40 years earlier than when we first met him as Grandpa in Outrageous Fortune. He's met out front by Detective Sergeant Mike McCarthy. In Season 3 of Outrageous Fortune, Gary Savage introduced Judd to Mike McCarthy, who is running a private detective and security business. Judd ended up going into business with McCarthy, much to Grandpa's disgust.
Mike McCarthy, Jesus, you let one peg in the door and pretty soon you're infested with them.
The first time we meet Rita in Westside, she's with her son Wolf. And she's flogging off another relic to dodgy pawn shop owner Rod Nugent. From a young age, Rita had taught Wolf how to nick stuff, and it's a portable radio that's the first thing that we see that he's pinched. We also meet a very young Vern Gardner, who we know from Outrageous Fortune as the father of Rita's bastard son, Gary Savage. During the first flashback to the Smith & Coe job, we meet Ted's gang for the first time. Phineas O'Driscoll, Lefty Munro, and Bilky. Lefty died during Season 3. Grandpa tried to kill Phineas at a rest home after believing that he was the one who fathered Gary Savage. And Bilky became a machinist for Pascal with her best bag business. Nairi Munro first made an appearance at Lefty's wake, and the casting of Esther Stevens as her in the 1970s couldn't have been better. Bert Thompson features briefly in Season 4, with Ted visiting his grave. During the Smith & Coe job, the gang had decided to do some Christmas shopping. Into the back of the truck went 2 China horses, which Rita had apparently had her eyes on when they were casing the joint. Nairi returned them to Ted after he discovered a photo of them at the wake. Grandpa promptly disposed of them. To deal with the problem of Vern, Rita decided to make him some lamingtons laced with rat poison. And it doesn't appear as if that was a once-off either.
Can rat poison go off?
Well, you worried the rats will get sick if they eat it.
This one was purchased in 1984.
You know a box of Ritas? Never used it on rats.
The Wests were living on Aztec Road in the 70s, but after Ted observed Vern the Peeping Tom, Rita suggested they move. Cheryl had discovered a single Krugerrand in the backyard at Aztec Road. Rita had initially buried the bag in a flower bed along the side of the house. We meet Carol O'Driscoll, Phineas's wife, for the first time at Nairi and Lefty's place, just before Ted announces he's leaving the gang to go out on his own. It is revealed that she's still not pregnant, which shouldn't be surprising as we know from Outrageous that Phineas was shooting blanks. One of the first historic nods in Westside was the date in which Ted was released from prison. The 24th of January 1974 was the same day as the opening of the 10th Commonwealth Games in Christchurch. A few days later, the book that young Wolf is running amongst his friends gives Ted the inspiration for his next big job. As John Walker and Philbert Bailly broke the 1500 metre world record, Ted was breaking records of his own as he cracked the distracted bar owner's safe. After an impressive haul from the tavern, Ted used his takings to put down a deposit on the house that we all recognise as the West family home. There are so many memories from this house on Outrageous Fortune. Many of them have their roots here on Westside, like this habit of Grandpa's. And what of that bag of Krugerrands that Rita had buried at Aztec Road? It ended up under the infamous grapefruit tree. Ironically, Rita ended up there as well. Shit. Oh, I'm the one.
You found Grandma.
I remember. We brushed her off the path under the grapefruit tree.
Grew like buggery.
Rest in peace, my love.
If you did see anything that we didn't, make sure you let us know. Otherwise, next week it's 1975. See you then.